Hi everyone, I'm Karina Marsh and today I'm going to be talking about environmental injustice and pollution laws. Pollution kills. Air and water pollution have been killing more and more humans and animals daily, and some people still even refuse to believe that it exists. Around 40% of lakes in America are too polluted for aquatic life, swimming, and fishing. Pollution kills over 1 million seabirds and 100 million mammals annually. What is pollution? Pollution refers to the presence of environmental contaminants in quantities large enough to cause damage, deterioration, or toxicity. The three main types of pollution are air, land, and water. The cause behind all of this pollution is humans. Now let's talk about why it's a problem. It affects the well-being of our Earth and all life on Earth. Air pollution has been causing serious damage to not only our animals and our land, but ourselves. Hospital admissions for circulatory and respiratory conditions increased significantly from 2007 to 2014, which not only means this problem is bad, but it's getting worse. Another study published by the Lancet Commission on Pollution and Health stated up to 155,000 deaths in the U.S. a year could be attributed to pollution itself. The groups at risk for getting seriously harmed by pollution are children and teenagers, older adults, lower income individuals, people who exercise or work outside, people who work or reside close to major roads and highways. Also, people with pre-existing conditions such as asthma or COPD. Do you or anyone you know fit into one of these categories? A common misconception is that all Americans have access to clean drinking water. According to a scholarly article discussing drinking water violations and environmental injustice in the U.S. stated, several area-specific studies have found that minorities and lower socioeconomic status populations are more affected by drinking water violations than other populations. This means that if you live in a more poor neighborhood versus a wealthy neighborhood, wealthier neighborhoods have more access to clean water, and which is a basic human right. In Flint, Michigan, there has been an ongoing water crisis where the citizens have been exposed to abnormal amounts of lead in their tap water, and this problem has been going on for years. This is also related to the fact that Flint, Michigan is a more poorer city, and it doesn't have access to the funds to fix this problem. Now let's talk about another toxin, mercury. Research concluded that 1 out of every 6 women of the childbearing age in the U.S. may have blood mercury concentrations high enough to damage a developing fetus, which means if you were to be pregnant, there's a chance that your baby could suffer from the effects of pollution. Humans are exposed to mercury by eating contaminated seafood. Mercury pollution is also caused by coal-fired power plants. Since the Industrial Revolution, mercury levels have been increasing greatly. Now, big factories are known for breaking the EPA guidelines. They are known polluters and they disregard the environmental standards. They produce a lot of air pollution from powering their factories, which cause acid rain, global warming, and unhealthy air conditions. They are also known for illegal dumping of toxins in nearby rivers. These powerful companies neglect EPA guidelines because it is more convenient for them to dump the waste illegally because they think they won't get caught, and they also have the ability to pay the fines that they might get. Now let's talk about a solution to this big problem. First, I think the government should set aside relief funds or economic restorations for affected areas, for example, Flint, Michigan. These people should be compensated if they are hospitalized due to the neglection of the EPA regulations on clean air and water. The laws on safe drinking waters are not being enforced, and children and families are suffering from the dirty water that they are getting in their homes. The government should pass stricter laws that prosecute these corporations that pollute. The penalties should be more severe, including jail time and fines that could help pay for all the damage they have created. Right now, the penalty is just a fine, depending on which state you're in. The U.S. Justice Department should get more involved in prosecuting these corporations because they are contributing to an environmental injustice. These penalties should be stricter because it will deter people from wanting to pollute just because the people that pollute aren't really aware of the situation. Now let's talk about what you can do. The public should push for these laws to get passed through creating grassroots, activism, protests, and more media coverage. The media should report more on the environmental injustices caused by pollution to raise awareness to the community and let them know what's going on. Whenever I turn on the news, I don't really see much on environmental issues. It's just not covered as much, and I think if we got the media more educated on this problem, I think it would make great help for this. In conclusion, our environment is very important. It's a symbiotic relationship. If we take care of it, it will take care of us. Environmental issues are important, and you could start the cleanup of our environment today. We're excited